There are so many people that are just afraid to do anything. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like freaking do something.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Rachel and Drew Show. I'm Drew.
I'm Rachel.
Welcome back. Got some new adjustments, giant light bulbs, domes, but we're excited to be back in a little bit of upgrade in the studio. How is baby being baked over there? How we doing?
Fine. It's been a rough week. I will say I had a couple meetings that I was like tearing, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like so annoyed with myself that, I'm like being a little wimp over here. But just being able to, like, having the sciatic pain is just gnarly. So if you guys have ever had that, oh my gosh, it's the worst. So I was able to get him at the chiropractor. One of the girls at the salon, actually, Amy, she ended up like doing this crazy like Chinese reflexology thing on my foot, and that helped out a lot yesterday. My pain's back today, but not nearly what it was. So I am good to go.
Also been holding your belly up.
Yes, Drew's been holding up my belly at just intermittently, like throughout the day. If it's like really bad, he's like, okay, let me just raise him up for a minute. So anyway, waiting on my freaking belly band to be delivered. It keeps getting delayed. So as soon as that thing arrives, I think I'll be in better shape. So
yeah. So we wanted to talk about, we've been deep in the trenches and doing a lot of just coaching and support and talking to a lot of people. I talk to about 5 people a day.
At least,
20 to 30 a week, salon owners, and I've been doing this for years. So you can imagine how many conversations, how many people I've spoken to, how many mindsets I've run across, you name it. I've talked to that person, and
there's really just 2 mindsets, I think, honestly, I hear from, at least from my office, into your office, of what I hear you talking, on the phone, or Zoom to these people.
Yeah, the majority of them are fearful.
Majority of them are living in fear. It's like a failure to launch situation, and this is like not exactly exciting to talk about, but I just feel like we need to talk about it because there are so many people that are just like afraid to do anything, afraid to move, afraid to make a change, afraid to raise their price, afraid to hire someone, afraid to fill their chairs, afraid to sign a lease. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like freaking do something, So anyways, that's just been like, I still think like, I think we've said this recently, like it's honestly not that hard. Like, it's not that hard to have $1 million salon. It's not that hard to be successful nowadays. It really isn't, because you have so many people that are unwilling to do anything. And even if you just did something, like you're like running circles around all these other businesses in your area that are just doing a whole lot of nothing. And by the way, when you do nothing, it doesn't mean that nothing changes. It actually means that you're falling behind at a faster rate. So that's like, I mean, it's honestly best that you take most of the calls, because I'm kind of I'm just kind of just sick of it, honestly, hearing it, because it frustrates me, because I'm like, oh my gosh, because I can see such a clear solution and just such a clear like block, like a roadblock that this person has really kind of put in front of themselves, and I'm like, just move it over, just go around it, go over it, go under it, like
but.
Yeah.
There's always these buts.
Oh, yeah, buts. Yeah. But.
Yeah, exactly. So you tell them a solution, and you get there's a but the economy, but my town, but the competition, but.
Oh gosh.
And it's everyone's saying the same buts, by the way.
I know, and you know what though? I will say, for every I'd say 10 people that you speak to that are just absolutely have, a whole mountain of limiting beliefs, there is one golden, awesome, special one that is going to fucking crush it. And that's our girl. You know what I mean? And it's so exciting, because I know we're going to find our girl this week, right? But it's just a matter of okay, how many people do we have to kind of talk to and work through to kind of find that? And I want to let you guys know that same process of what I just said is exactly the same process that you were whiteboarding out yesterday about sales, just in general, with your stylist, or even if you're starting your own brand or you're starting your own business and you're going to make some changes, you're going to make some refinements and raise prices. Drew's got a really cool, some really cool stats that he wants to share with you guys.
Yeah, so I started doing memberships. I was selling memberships, and it was $150 a month. You know, gym. I started off with the right idea, started 220, 230, but then I got scared. I'm going to kind of walk you through why and what happened. And then I ended up selling $160 a month memberships, ended up doing deals for like $130, $115 memberships. And it was really hard. I never like broke out. I never got going with what like I needed to get going. So it is. And then this is about really around the time we met. Like I was sorting this out. And
well, our businesses were both shut down when we met.
yeah, everything was like in a catastrophe, total free fall. Like, how's your business? Be like,
you're like, what business?
Gone, you know? So after things started, you know, lightening up a little bit from COVID, I had sold my first $2,000 program when we were his name is Beck Miller. What's up, Beck? And,
in Florida.
Yeah, we're in Florida. That was the first time, like, groundbreaking moment for me.
You were so excited.
I was so excited because I'm looking at the Atlantic Ocean.
That's exciting, but
I hadn't figured out how to make, like, I was doing the work to make money, but I wasn't making money yet. Rachel's already making money, you know, but like, I was like, I think I couldn't have gotten myself to the event that we got to, you know, because I was working so hard.
I had to chip in.
Yeah, but I couldn't get it. I was doing the things that needed to get done to make the money, but I wasn't making any money.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't figure it out, you know, and that moment, I had talked to him, and then in 60 minutes on the phone in Florida, looking at the Atlantic Ocean with the moon, you know, when the moon comes in, it's kind of doing the little reflection on the water. And then I'm looking at that on the porch, and I collect $2,000. And I'm like, holy shit. Fast forward, I stopped working with people for $2,000 to work with me. It was $6,000. Fast forward, you know, to working with businesses, I'm doing, you know, $18,000, $25,000, $30,000 deals. You know, we're doing real estate things and, you know, making more money, and then just learning how to do this. So I've been through every phase.
Before you get to what's the thing that got you to being able to make more money? Like learning, and honestly getting out of my way. You know, getting like, oh, this is how you do it. This is how it's going to be done. I had to completely change my mindset, my product, how my client was different. Everything.
How I thought about money was different, which started when I started meeting Rachel. You know, like I was making like $7,000 a month, but it would cost me a lot to make that. And then I was making money, but I just couldn't get it going, you know?
Well, and then single dadding it. I mean, I was single mom in it, but you're single dadding it, you know what I mean? And like living in Houston, having your business by yourself, like didn't have a manager, none of that. Like you are the business. You were the one coaching mostly everyone. You were doing everything.
All the sign-ups,
and then you've got, you know, Ollie, and you got to take care of him, you know, because his mom wasn't super around. And, you know, so it's just like, I think like, I mean, looking back to where we were, I mean, it's, oh my gosh, I'm like getting emotional. It's like, it's super cool to see the progression of everything, but also like you getting into, you being able to get to that point to raise the prices, to raise the worth, right? But you also raised your value along the way too.
Yeah. Yeah. So why are you getting emotional?
Because I'm pregnant. That's why.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Or you just moved by our work ethic. But yeah, it was everything had to change. So it wasn't one thing, you know. So I want to share some stats. This is what was happening, but I didn't know what was happening, nor could I really articulate this until honestly like yesterday. So I wanted to share this with you. And Rachel's in her deep workflow, and I gotta talk things out. So
he opens my door, and he's like, "Hey, I just need you for a minute," and I'm like.
I'm a genius. Sit down.
I am like in such a good flow. I got my music going, got my like, you know, electrolytes, got my chair, like I'm situated in my chair without my belly hurting, but okay, I'll come out there.
A little something.
It's a raindrop from above.
We work really hard, guys. So
we do, yeah, and we don't get to really like.
What were you emotional looking back, like where this started? You know?
Yeah, but I'll say like the thing that like when people are complaining on calls and stuff, I'm like, if everybody could just like rewind in their mind, like back to, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, like things were so much worse. Like you had so many, you had like actual problems. Like your business actually was closed. Like you actually had no income coming in. And then it's like now it's almost like everyone's like forgot like how the word of the year of 2020 was pivot, right?
Mm.
And now it's like people aren't doing anything. They're just like
They're
sitting
still
there.
blaming COVID.
I'm sick
These
and tired
girls
of
are
it.
like, since COVID,
I'm like, no.
bruh.
Because I will say, in 2020, what'd you do? You pivoted, you made decisions, you took action, right? Like you had to. Your back was against the wall and you had to do something. And then now it's like they're griping about, all of that stuff, but then absolutely unwilling to do what they have to do to get a different result. So with you, like, I know we know this stuff, but I'm like, okay, we have to like draw this out and like make it a visual
Yeah, I want to draw it out
thing.
for you guys. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going to talk about price, and I got notes here. I'm actually looking at my doodles on our glass. I draw on our
We
glass.
call it a
in our
whiteboard, but
office.
it's a whole glass wall.
We're always drawing on it.
Yeah.
Run through markers. So, okay, so price. And now sharing what I shared with you before, you know where I'm coming from, right? I have sold cheap things. I have sold expensive things. I humbly say I've generated 9 figures in sales. Okay. So, doing that, I screwed up a lot, y'all, a lot. So I say that, not as a brag, but as a lot of mistakes were made. Okay. Like purchasing the wrong mic stand. We need smaller mic stands. So price to sell 5 $1,000 things. So we're just going to be general here. We'll say $1,000 thing is an expensive thing. Okay. But for basic math, I went with $1,000 thing, a unit, whatever your unit is, your service, your extensions, your whatever,
Products.
whatever you're selling. So these are hypothetical numbers. Follow me along. So 5 $1,000 things equals $5,000. Yes. You're going to convert at about 30%. So my thought on 30% conversion, I convert at about a 50% conversion. A stylist really is going to convert at about probably 50% of the time, honestly, but I'm going to be conservative and say 30%. So meaning she offers an enhancement of some kind. 3 out of 10 times people are like, yeah, let's do it. And sometimes they're like, nah, So conservative conversion, right?
So again, 5 $1,000 things. That's all. So 5 $1,000 extension packages.
Yeah.
Let's just for this example.
Yeah. And then they'll convert. You ask 10 people, 3 of them will say, let's do it. And 7 will be like, man, I got to talk to my husband. So what that means is you're going to have 17 sessions. This is to make $5,000. So you're going to have 17 sessions, 17 interactions. You're going to receive 12 no's and you're going to receive 5 yeses at a 30% conversion. You will make $5,000. I just told you how to make $5,000.
Go get some no's.
Right? 17 sessions of offering your thing. You're going to get 12 no's and you're going to get 5 yeses. And if you're selling a $1,000 thing, you will make $5,000. Okay. So we're going to say the $1,000 thing is the expensive side. Okay. You can rework this with anything, right? So I'm going to go to now, what if you're going to sell a cheaper thing? Like if you're priced, cheapest that anyone would ever, like there are 2 guys did a study that they priced something to where it was so cheap, like no one would buy it. Like if these shoes were like 50 cents, I'd be like, why are they 50 cents? They're fake. I'm not buying them, even if they're real.
Especially in our industry, like our clients and also stylists associate availability and pricing with like desirability. Like, okay, if that stylist is charging $20 for a haircut, she obviously isn't good at haircuts, right? Like that's the thought. So
Yeah,
same
so,
thing with the consumer.
like
if it's a $20 extensions, which is like you can't even get the shittiest hair ever for $20, but they would associate, they suck. That's not a good brand. That's not
so
a good,
where is that
thing.
price at? Like what would you say? Like say you walk into a salon and then the stylist charges how much? To where you'd be like, wow, that's way too cheap. It's gonna be terrible.
For me, like and I'm not just thinking about like me as me. I'm thinking about like I know all of the clients we have across the country. Like
if you didn't have as much perspective as you have, because no one's gonna have that level of perspective yet.
I would say like if I walked into a salon and they're like, "Oh, haircuts are $50," like I would probably be like, "That's kind of low. Like that's pretty low."
Yeah.
Or like a color is like a highlight is like. I mean, I think back to like literally when I first started, but this was back in 2011. I had Kenzie and I was 19 years old and I was doing the hairs and just trying to build my clientele. And I was doing Groupon actually. And I was doing a full highlight haircut for $85, you guys. Like, I am not kidding. And I was losing money every time.
Yeah.
But
so you have on the spectrum, on the spectrum of pricing, you have what is so cheap that you'd be like, I'm not going to buy that. That's too cheap. It's weird. It's fake. Then you have the bargain. Rachel's just talking about her bargain deal, right? You don't want to.
I look back, I'm like, wow.
It's
like,
a bargain. $85 for haircut, color, treatment.
Girl.
Okay, so and then you have something. Where is something going to be priced so high that it is completely it is ridiculous and no one's ever going to buy it? Call it 10 grand or something, right? Something ridiculous. Like no one's going to pay $10,000.
Like my
or
haircuts in the salon are $250, and they're just priced that way because I honestly don't want to do them. But but that's. I would say that is I am the most expensive haircut in our entire town for sure.
Intentionally so. So you have with your pricing, if you price it so low, no one will do it. Keep that in mind. If you're a bargain, what's that price point? And then if you're priced too high, you're priced out, no one will ever buy it. You want to be priced about right here, right? Most salons, where do you think they're priced? Old bargain. They're priced at a bargain. Right, because they think that's going to give them value. If you're doing a luxury service, luxury is like BMW, Rolex. Like when I go purchase or want to purchase a luxury item like a watch, I don't try to haggle them on the price. It is what it is. It's a Rolex. So if you're someone who buys a Rolex, then you're going to do that. You're going to go purchase the thing. Or if you're someone who owns a Mercedes or a BMW, like it costs what it costs, and you're not going to negotiate because it's not a bargain product. It's a luxury good. Your game's got to be in the luxury, but don't be priced so high. You want to be priced here. So that being said, quick recap on what I talked about with the price. 5 $1,000 things will make you $5,000. You're going to convert that at a 30% conversion rate. In a nutshell, that means you're going to have 17 iterations with people, customers. You're going to offer them your thing, and then 12 of them are going to say no. 5 of them will say yes. You will make $5,000. Yes, that is how that goes. So if you're going to sell $100 thing, we're going to go to the cheaper thing. Bargain, right? You're a bargain salon owner. Bargain deal. Big Lots. Walmart. Know what I'm saying? So to make $2,000, not 5, y'all, $2,000, you are going to sell 20 $100 things. Okay? So here's how that shakes out. You will convert higher. Congratulations. You will convert at a 10% increase, which is 40% conversion. Okay? Higher price stuff, 30% conversion. Lower price stuff, 40% conversion. Yeah? This means you will have 50 sessions. You will get 30 no's and you will get 20 yeses. And you will make $2,000.
If you even make it there. Because I think about the mindset of most people.
Insert frowny emoji.
Yeah. I think about the mindset of people getting 30 no's. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know if a stylist.
That was my gym life. 30 no's.
Well, I know, but think about how thick your skin had to be to get through all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'd cry myself to sleep at night.
Yeah, I know.
I'd be so broke. Because here's what happened, because I would get the yeses, right? Yeah. I would get the yeses and they would sign up and there's a churn in a gym and then they would quit. So now I'm behind and now I got to go get more yeses to catch back up. And I couldn't fucking get there.
And keep in mind, guys, you guys all know, like, if you're a service provider and you have a salon, even if you're not behind the chair anymore, the cheap chasers, the people paying the least, always cause the most problems. Like, that is just a fact. Like, that's a fact in anything. I swear. Like, no good deed goes unpunished. Like, this happens sometimes, with us too. Like,
and yeah, I really want to hone in on like what I just told you. Like if you're listening to this, if you're watching this, if you're priced lower, you are going to have to work 3 times as hard to make half of the money. I need you to understand that, because once you understand this will change your life. Okay? Raise your price. Don't be priced out. Don't be ridiculous. Price correctly. If you are priced at a bargain, you will not grow. We've both done this. Rachel did a Groupon, for God's sakes.
And the only thing that I got out of the whole Groupon game, like way back when, 2011, was I I got tougher. Honestly, like I had to deal with a lot of like, honestly, guys, like the worst clients you could imagine at that time. The cheap chasers, the people that canceled, the people that wanted a refund, the people that complained, the
Well,
people that,
here's why.
you know, didn't tip. Like, keep in mind, but I will say that was a blessing to get that. But it got me to a point where I'm like, you know what? I got my reps in, right? My timing is I'm more efficient on my timing. I can get myself through a consultation way easier. I can deal with client issues, people complaining, you know, whatever. And I don't want to do this anymore. But I had that discernment of like, I don't want to do that anymore. Like I've been doing that and I'm not getting anywhere other than increasing my skills, being able to deal with people better, and be able to get, you know, to double, triple book. Those were blessings that came from that. But I had to, like, I would not be where I am today. I wouldn't have been able to start my salon. I wouldn't have been able to have a team, afford a team, upgrade my space, upgrade my life, my family, my kids, expand, had I been stuck in the whole Groupon game. Okay. And some of you guys might be in, really, it kind of might look like you're in the Groupon game when you're not really doing the Groupons, but your pricing looks like you're doing the Groupons.
I'm going to price just underneath my competition. I'll show them. You'll lose. You don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You know, people don't buy on price; they buy on value. And because there's such people that are broke. Broke is, and I say that maybe not broke, because I've been broke many times, but like I have a poor mindset. Poor is a mindset, you know. And some people, it's sad. Because sometimes you're born into an environment to where there is no other mindset, you know.
That's true. It's so true.
There's a lot of that out there. So, but if you're having a Groupon or someone comes in and they have $200 to their name and you have a $100 service, you're asking them for half of their net worth for $100. So they are going to be ridiculous, and they're going to want to extract as much from you and squeeze you till you're dust to extract as much as they can, because it's half of their net worth. It's half of their life savings, right? You don't want to serve those kinds of people because you just can't. You just can't. And I walked you through the numbers as to why. It's not an opinion. There's nothing, they're not even like bad people, but it's like, what is your business there to do? It's there to create value. So you want to create value for the right people. The goal is not to serve all people. There's 947,000 salons in this country, just in North America. We only work like maybe 1% of them, maybe.
Well, and only 1% of them are even $1 million capable salons anyway, because of the fact that you've got somebody that is relentless in the pursuit of achieving and doing and creating what they came here to do. And they're not going to sit here and, you know, I can't tell you how many people that want to just throw in the towel because somebody quit, or want to throw in the towel because they raised their prices and one client got pissed off about it. It's like, do you really think that every client's going to be with you forever? Do you really think that every stylist is going to be with you forever? You know, and no. And just because somebody left or something changed or you had to make an adjustment in your business doesn't mean that, you know, you got to pack up shop and close it up. Like it's just a change. It's not that hard. So we hope that this gave you guys some perspective on price, that gave you like, just like, it's not a feeling. Like, it is a fact. He walked you guys through the math. Math is mathing. Okay. You know, and you have to just decide which path do you want? Do you want to do the $1,000 thing path, right? You talk to 17 people and close 5. Awesome. Or do you want to sit there and spin your wheels and have to do 30 consultations and 30 clients and
50.
maybe you, or 50.
50.
Yeah. 50
That's all your
clients
time
to
is
retain
gone.
20. You know what I mean? Like, the same thing goes for your stylist behind the chair. And you know, you're going to have lots of new business in your salon, and you're not going to retain everybody. Okay. Like, we want to retain we get 115 new clients a month per location into our salons. Does our team retain every single one of them? No. Is that like on our team 100%? No. Like, sometimes it's the client, you know, I don't know, doesn't want to come in every time, doesn't want to, you know, is hopping around, is trying to, I don't know. But the point is like, you and your team have to get used to, you know, rejection, have to get used to people saying no, and have to, get used to continuing to make offers, continuing to do consultations, continuing to walk forward step by step by step to get to this dream salon that you want, right? This dream business that you want. And most people will make an attempt. They'll do one thing, change one thing,
get 2 no's.
One pushback of the 17 or so you should have gotten, and then they'll just stop.
Oh, price is too high, can't do it. Like go get 20 no's.
And then what do you do? You're like, oh, I tried, it didn't work. Did you try? Did you? Or did you just make an attempt? There's a difference between a try and an attempt in my mind. And you have to make constant attempts and actually try in order to be able to know if something did or didn't work, or is or isn't working. So we'll probably need to create a doc for them, I think, so they can see like the full thing that you walk them through. So we'll get that attached to this episode for you guys.
Let's get him into the free group, and then I'll put it in the free group.
There. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So if you guys are interested in seeing this resource, and Drew will actually, we could probably have you do a close up, like screen share or something of it, in addition to the doc. But we'll go ahead and put that in the Salon Owner Club community, which is completely free. So if you're a salon owner and you want to have that resource, you want to be part of a community, you want to hear content like this, and be able to get that special training, go ahead and click the link in the description of this episode and join the free group. It's completely free. You don't have to put your credit card down, none of that crap. Just join the group and you'll see the resource on the inside.
Cool. And if you guys want to if you hear this and you want more private attention, want to do a strategy session with us, we're going to put a second link in there. If you just hop on the calendar. It's not a high pressure thing. We'll go through challenges, goals, things like that, and then just try to help out. So that'll be there too. And thanks for listening.
See you on the next one.